I guess my concern is I was coming, you have to understand, there were huge groups of people. Among them were children. Among them were students from elementary through high school. Latino, African, all, these children, on their field trip to the Statue of Liberty. And I thought about that as an educator and thought to myself, how unfair, how unjust, how inaccurate for them to walk through and see no reflection of themselves, when in fact the originator had them in mind. And here these black children are with no clue, and I'm wondering, because I'm going back tomorrow. I'm going back
right,
because I want to see unasked if they'll volunteer the fact that those chains were there. Because I wanted these children who basically could go through, walk around and never know anything about these chains. And here's the other travesty. These are the materials they gave me. Anyone that comes, they'll see there's a Statue of Liberty one, and then there's the Ellis Island. There is no mention of it. Now, he showed it to me, but it's not mentioned in the literature. So again, it begs the question, why is that? Why is it erased? Then I went to Ellis Island, and then it gets clear why it got erased. So I come to Ellis Island. Now you gotta understand, I'm ambivalent, because I recognize there's two things that are going on inside of me. One is understanding the whole process of immigration and folks coming over, even though they were not sure what the life would be, it was going to be a better life. They were choosing something different. Many of them, not all of them, but most of them, were looking for a better life, despite the fact that they had no clue as to what that would mean. So you come in, you're issued into a huge hall, and there's a room that I now learned is called the peopling of America. Whatever.
What does that mean?
You'll see. So I go in, and of course there's an entire tour. There's an audio tour. So I got the audio tour of a friend of mine and I, and they're talking to you through all of the little parts. But before you get to that, there's another room, which is the peopling room, peopled. So I'm over here and I'm looking around, and on one side, on my left, is a huge screen, and on my right is a chart. And on the chart are the little, figures of the number of immigrants coming in from particular countries, right? So you see a lot of them, a little bit, and you see years. And I'm looking at that, and then all of a sudden I notice that there's a little legend, and the legend says, I want you to hear this, it says, non-voluntary immigrants.
Non-voluntary.
And I'm thinking to myself, well now, can they just not say the word slaves? I mean, but you see, it got sanitized. And one might think, if you saw non-voluntary, that they just kind of got lost and showed up. Maybe they accidentally happened upon the land. But you wouldn't know they came in the belly of ships, that they were raped along the way, that they were chained in their excrement. You wouldn't know that. You just think of them as, well, they're non-voluntary immigrants.
All right. Time for another